So it had been on my mind for a very long time. I never spoke to anybody about it or mentioned it, not even to a close friend of mine. Friend, I didn't even tell friend how it affected me after this man came back from his trip, his trip uh, to his home country. And when he asked me why I hadn't sent the room rent to, I don't know, I think he had given me a bank number to send it to. And when I told him that the room had bed bugs and I wasn't able to occupy the room, I had to leave right away. He had a look of, I don't believe you. I heard, actually, it was on the phone. Actually, it was on the phone. He, he made it clear that, and his statement was, the person that lived there before didn't complain. The man that lived there before didn't complain, and his girlfriend would come see him, and his girlfriend had a child, and they never complain. They never complain about bed bugs. Hell, I liked the room. I would have liked to stay there even if I didn't have a job. It was a good, it wasn't expensive. It wasn't expensive, period. If you have an income. And the purpose of me getting the room was that I would have and I did have an income. And I was excited. And I had a plan. So I said, yeah, it had bed bugs. I didn't go into detail. I didn't say, look, you had your chairs had bed bugs. The chair that you should have put out had bed bug. The living room had bed bugs. And this room, even that I cleaned up, what amazed me was how tiny they were, right? I, when I suspected, when I saw the bed bugs, these tiny things, they were tiny, just crawling like spiders mostly, right? I went and got some boric acid powder. In my naivete, I was thinking, oh, this is going to help. And I actually circled the area that I was going to sleep. I had powder surrounding the area that I was going to sleep. I circled the area saying they can't cross this barrier. But you could imagine, I don't know if I was right or wrong. I couldn't sleep. I could sleep. Being sleep deprived is a mother, okay? I, let me tell you, I would have gone and sleep on a bench, that night. Okay? And but he didn't believe me. And I wanted him to give me my money back, really, but I didn't ask for the money back. But really, things was going through my mind like I should take him to court and get my money back. And he was a self-righteous SOB, right? Some of these people, they know they know their house is raggedy, and certain things they live through. They expect others to. They'd live in a cellar. They'd live in an attic with rodents. Okay, they would just do that, and until they would live there and save money and buy a better house and buy a better spot, and they would put you through it. And a lot of times they pick the people that they would put through. They would put their people from their own country if they're not from this country, born in the United States of America, right? They would put their people in certain disgusting conditions, right? And and act self-righteous like they're doing them a favor, you know. Um, so I'm I've moved ahead talking about his reaction, but prior to his reaction, I came home one night. We go back to I came home maybe the second or third, I'll say the third evening from work, and I was tired. I was brutally tired. I feel, and mark you, I'm in my 50s, maybe near 60. Yeah, I'm near 60. I'm possibly 57 or 58 or older, or a little older. And but like I said, my aim was to increase my salary so that my retirement would be decent, decent. Because I'd work low wage salaries all of my working life. My salaries were always low wages. So I came back to my room. We had the living room. We had access to a living room. We shared a kitchen, etc. And a little, there was a little couch that it was suspect. And I said, okay. I look all over the couch. I didn't see visual bugs, and I decided to I decided to whether I wanted to or not, I was gonna fall asleep. So I took a sheet and I took a shower, took the sheet, covered the recliner. That's what it was. It was a recliner. I covered the recliner and I fell asleep. I fell asleep. And I woke up. I did so because I felt like somebody had put a lit cigarette out on my lower back to the side. That's what I felt. I jumped out of a deep sleep because I felt like a lit cigarette was put on my body.